Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Last month we asked our viewers to ask Amy anything by sending in parenting questions. So joining us to answer some of your questions, we welcome back educator and family coach Amy Williams. Always so great to see you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We've got a great variety of questions I think a lot of different families and age groups can relate to.
Sure. I was happy to get the questions beforehand rather than live. I would have been terrified about that.
I know. We're going to give condensed answers.
Yes.
This is the lightning round for you.
They're all big. Okay.
Let's jump into this first one. Advice for parents and step-parents regarding rules and boundaries in a blended family. The dynamics can be hard to navigate, especially when it involves discipline.
Right.
Where to begin?
Yes, where to begin?
Yeah.
So I'm making an assumption that the question is about the blended family and mom and stepdad, or stepdad
a
and
step adult of some
step
sort.
adult
Yeah.
and primary adult. Yes. So in that, it's important, first of all, to build relationship and build trust with the new important adult coming in, right? And that doesn't mean being like all jazz hands, friendly,
right?
Because yes, friendly and loving and calm and confident and certain, but also you're the adult who is the leader in the family. So you're a new leader coming in. So it's important to build that relationship with the child, no matter how old they are. And you can expect some hesitancy until that relationship gets rooted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Authentic connection first.
Sure. One thing that when I've talked with families before about this, what's tricky is to talk to each other as adults outside of earshot of the child, rather than disagreeing in front of each other or not supporting each other. I mean, if it's a safety thing, then yes, you may disagree in front of the child, right? But if it's not a safety thing, it's just a nuanced difference of opinion, of a consequence or something, then that conversation is best held in private, outside of earshot of children.
That's a great place
Ideally.
to start.
Yeah. And then you could decide what's important as a family and have that conversation as a family. In our home, we are kind, we are respectful, we pick up after ourselves, or whatever you agree, and then you can consistently tie it back to what you agreed to as a family, as a household.
There you go. Just opening the conversation to begin with is the most important thing.
Sure.
Okay, how about young adults? So here's one. My 18-year-old wants to be more independent. While he's legally an adult, he still lives with me and is going to school. How much freedom should I give? What about communication, responsibilities, but still supporting autonomy?
Okay, now I feel like I'm switching gears, putting on a completely different hat, because an 18-year-old is practicing and entering into adulthood pretty quickly, right? And depending on the individual child, the young adult, they may be ready for more responsibility and more freedom. I think about the phrase, with freedom comes responsibility, and with responsibility comes freedom. So that's what I think of when I think of this question. Also, I want to come back to a family meeting where you agree, okay, you're managing work and school and relationships outside of the household, and I respect that, and you're still a part of the household.
Right.
So what do we agree? Is there still is there a curfew?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to agree about that.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because if you come in at 2 and it impacts everybody else who lives there, then that's a drag. So out of, consideration, and maybe consideration is a family guideline that you still have. Consideration, respect, fun, whatever you decide is important to your home, and what kind of vibe you want to have in your home, and what kind of relationships you still want to have.
That's a great distinction, because every household, every family is going to be different. So you have to find what works for you.
Right, and every young adult is going to be different.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, here's a totally different one now.
Okay.
What can I do when my 3-year-old grandson refuses to leave places where he's having fun? Playground, children's museum, friend's house. He will immediately have a tantrum when I say it's time to go.
Yeah, well, who wants to leave somewhere where you're having a really great time?
Come on.
I know,
right. It's no fun.
And how old did you say? 3 years old? 3 is such a magical age, and it can be really hard and really fun and magical. And the child at that age typically is growing in their autonomy. And so you might hear no a lot. And they're figuring out what do I have agency
Right.
about? Can I say no, and I'm going to get to stay here? So there's some testing of the water. So one thing I would recommend is consistency. So if you say we're going to leave in 1 minute or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, then leave. Resist getting in a conversation with someone else, and then it's 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
Because the child will notice, like, oh, okay, this is how it's going to go. That being said, young children are still learning about time. So 1 minute and 5 minutes they're still learning about that.
Oh, my kids are always telling me I'm wrong about time. Mom, that wasn't 2 minutes.
Was it 2 minutes?
It usually was. But they don't believe me. So that makes sense.
You can have something. There's a device called a time timer.
There you go.
Yes, so there's a visual, and sometimes that's really helpful. You could just say, oh, well, the time timer said that was 2 minutes. We got to go.
Yeah.
And if it falls apart into a tantrum or a meltdown, less is more, fewer words. I'm going to pick you up now. We're going now. And then the consistency. Another thing that you could do preemptively is to let them know ahead of time what to expect.
Okay.
So we're going to pack a lunch, we're going to go to the playground, we're going to play, eat lunch.
That's true.
And then when I say it's time to go, you've got about 1 more minute.
Okay.
And it'll be time to go.
That's a good one.
So
Okay,
they
good
know.
playbook for now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
We
welcome.
covered a lot. Great job. Great lightning round. Okay,
Thank
to ask Amy anything and possibly have your question answered on the air, send us an email at afternoonlive@katu.com. And for more about Amy, just head to our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.